Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Linda from lindaspapercraft.co.uk and it is January 2026 and we're in the final week of the With You in Mind coffee and card, which is from the annual catalogue from Stampin' Up, obviously because I'm a demonstrator, and we're making a thank you card today. So we are back with the Tartan DSP. So for the final card, and I just wanted to show you how I did this way of presenting your card, just using one piece. Okay, so I was just thinking as I was saying that. Okay, so here we go. Now I'm using a different piece today. Let's get everything out. And this will work with any of them, I think. So I've got neutral card base. So this is Pecan Pie, which is from our neutrals range. And then you've got your envelope and you have a piece which looks like, let's double check. Yes, 13.9 by 9.5 to go on the inside. I forgot to do last week's inside, so I'm going to do it now. No, I won't, because then I might get it on the wrong side. Let's leave it there. Have you ever done that? Oh, sorry about that. When you've made your card and then realised that your inside's on the back, on the wrong side. It's on the front instead of the back. So about 80 centimetres of linen thread. Obviously, if you're not using the kit and you've got some, just use it off the roll. And then we have our sentiment pieces. So this one is 6 by 4 centimetres. So this is 6.5 by 4.5. And there we go. We've got through a whole month and I've not used a single die. Woohoo! Which is not like me at all. Right, let's pop those to one side and get this sorted out. Right, so we have got the designer series paper and you're going to cut it to this time we're going to use most of it, so you're going to do the 13.9 first. Okay, so I'm just going to grab my trimmer and cut this to 13.9. Okay, so you know, I'm actually going to, no I am, I'm going to, just ignore me. So it's 13.9. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to cut a 7 centimetre strip off, and that is going to be the middle piece. So this is 7 centimetres wide. Okay, so that's your middle piece. Now your remaining piece, because this is 6, it's not in centimetres, it's in inches, and it's just over 8 centimetres. So I've cut it at about 4.1. It is really, yeah, it needs to be just about in half, because that's going to go above and below like that. That's going to be your piece. Okay, so let's do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is stick these two pieces in place. We need to put your twine on this before you stick it down. Right, so I am going to put these so they are about a 0.5 centimetre away from the edges. Okay, so glue. No, glue in that side. Very close. So just going to stick that on. Just like that. And then I'm going to stick the other piece on at the top with a gap between them. Okay. And again, that's going to be lining up with the other piece. I've just got about a centimetre in between the two. There we go. And then we're going to come in and this piece is going to go here like that, once it has its twine around it. So this is 7 centimetres, so it needs to be sort of 3.5 each side. So, and I'm just going to grab some double-sided tape. Ooh, come on. So one piece there. Where's it gone? Lost the end. Oops. Another piece there. Put the lid on the glue before it dries out, and we are going to get our poke tool, which is here. Just come on, you know you want to do it. There we go, that's one. Then just do the same with this one. Come on. Sat here with my tongue out. Get up. There we go. Right. Okay, so, and again, I'm lining it up with the 3.5. This grid paper is in the catalogue. I've done quite a bit of lining up this week, this month. You can just buy it. So, and I'm just going to start this in the middle. So you want it tight, but not so it's pulling the card too much. So, and then I'm going to do one either side. So we'll do one to the bottom. So it's not quite, it's a bit too thin to only do one. And then the third one I'm doing to the top. So it's worth spending a bit of time with this because you're only dealing with paper. It's not card. So you have to be a bit more careful than you would be normally, probably. There we go. Okay, so is that going to straighten out? Yes, it is. I'm just going to trim this end off. I'm sure it wouldn't stick out, but just in case. And then getting my glue on and bringing the card back, we're going to stick that onto here. So, there we are. Okay, so this is going to go lined up at one end and the other. And there we are. Again, you can follow the squares, which is slightly out. There we go. How cool is that? So clearly need a new blade because it's just feathered those two edges. Okay, and then I'm going to come in. Now I am using, I think that was early espresso. I think I'm going to use crumb cake this time. So any of you browns will do. Somebody's been forcing this. It's not me. Right, thank you. So there we go. Right, so this is the last card for July. So we're using the tulips in January. I was getting so pleased with myself that I'd remembered it was 2026 all the way through. And now I've decided to move 6 months ahead. So this is the last card for January. And we're going on to the tulips in February. It's called Sunshine and Tulips for February. So we might not be, you know, it might be sheep. Depends if I can get hold of them. When I was recording this, we were struggling to get hold of the sheep stamp, so hopefully we can now. Yeah, leave that with me, I've no idea. I have been filming all morning. Right, okay, so 1, there. Just going to put that at the top, and then same again at the bottom. Yep, that's fine. Okay, and then it'll go over the top of the string, linen thread. I'll just pop this on. Okay, so that's just going to go over there, and then I'll get my dots. Now I don't have enough of the Pecan Pie ones left, so I don't want to open a new pack because I'm sharing those with you, so I'm just going to put some of the cream ones on this one. So a big one, and they stand out a bit more as well actually. So, because I wanted to put some sort of adornment on the cards, but I didn't want to be putting anything too glittery on, so that's why I've gone with these, because they're nice and flat and not glittery, but still an extra detail for you. Right, so that's card 5, January, and I hope you've enjoyed those, and I will see you again next month. Bye.